In this video, you're going to learn why you have cravings and how to not fall victim to those pesky little urges for food. You're going to learn this in a way that requires no crazy willpower, no force, no white knuckling your way through the food or drinking a glass of water when you're hungry, in a way that sets you up for true freedom and ease with your food. I'm Brittany Brown, founder over at beatingbingeeating.com and leader of the Food Freedom Forever Mastermind and Movement, where we've helped thousands of women break free from their cravings and their struggles with food. And first, I want to talk about why you have cravings in the first place, which also slides right into step one. Step one is really simple. A lot of these steps are really simple. It's actually not rocket science. A lot of this just falls under the category of really working with and honoring your body so your body and brain aren't screaming at you to eat more food. And so many women that we work with and so many women like you watching this video are thinking that the way to control cravings or an urge or a craving from sugar or whatever that might be is to eat less, to eliminate it altogether. And elimination, eating less, sets the brain and body in this mode to want to eat more. And we talk a lot about this in a free gift that I'm going to give you at the end of this video. But for now, know that elimination, force control, dieting, restriction, all of that you think is helping actually does something to the brain and body physiologically that makes it worse for you, makes cravings worse. So step one to getting rid of your cravings completely so you don't have to fight them is eating enough. And I know that sounds simple, but you would be amazed at what happens by eating adequately and taking care of your body's needs. Step two, mindful and present choices. And this goes whether you're eating something super healthy and nourishing or you're indulging in something. Let your brain register that you are eating. Let your brain register that you are full and satisfied after your meal, and let your brain register the mealtime experience. When it registers that you're eating regularly, and being present, a lot of things happen. One major thing that happens is it tells your brain and body that it doesn't need to send these signals and cravings to you to eat more. So this isn't even, you don't even have to worry about like fighting your cravings. This step, number two, is really going to help you truly not even have cravings by letting your brain register that you're actually eating, and your brain trusts you and your body trusts you that it's going to be fed at the next meal instead of having to send these signals because it's worried that it's not going to get fed. Number three is slowing down at your meals and really kind of piggybacking off number two, which is presence, slowing down at your meals, before, during, after your meal, and then also throughout your life. So when your body is in this kind of fast state on overdrive, stress response is kicked off in the body's system. This makes it very, very, very hard to lose weight. It increases cravings because your body feels like it needs more fuel. It makes it very difficult to maintain muscle. It decreases the amount that your digestive system can break down and pull nutrients out. And the less nutrients your body gets, the more cravings it's going to have. So this isn't just about like eating slow and knowing that you're eating. This is actually a physiological little hack for your body. If you eat slower, more present, decrease the stress response in your body throughout life, your body will actually digest 60% more nutrients than it would if otherwise. And more nutrients and your body knowing it's getting what it needs actually equates to less cravings. Number four is really look at your workouts. And this goes back to number three. So remember that stress response we talked about. So a lot of people think when they need to lose weight that I need to just kill it in the gym, go for runs, do all these things that tax the body, and it activates the stress response in the body and also breaks down a lot of muscle. And when there's muscle tears and breakdown, your body is going to be screaming for fuel to repair the tears. And that's how a muscle builds. It's actually little micro tears, and the nutrients come in, and it's a little more intricate than this, but nutrients come in and the muscle builds. So this is a natural process. It's nothing to be afraid of. However, if you are doing this crazy leg day, going to spin class, doing things on an empty stomach, specifically workouts, you're going to activate more cravings, activate the stress response in the body. Your brain and body are going to be pointing you to think about food more. And a lot of times when you get that food, even kind of like an uncontrollable once I start, can't stop little phenomenon can take over. So you really want to make sure when you are working out that you're working out in a way that, yes, you can push yourself. However, make sure you get those rest days, make sure you're fueling before and after. Your post-workout meal is going to be really important. And also watch it. If there are certain days where you're way more hungry, either go lighter for that workout or make sure that you have fuel to make up for what you're burning, or not just what you're burning, right? What your body needs to repair. And MyFitnessPal and all those tracking apps, they do not take into consideration what your body needs to repair. And oftentimes what they say you need to lose weight is way lower than you actually need. And it hurts metabolism and it creates more cravings. So really make sure that you're honoring yourself and listening to your body's cues. If you are having intense cravings, it's not because you need to control your food more, it's because your body is telling you that it needs something. Another thing I see really setting people up for failure in the craving department is this kind of all or nothing mentality. Like this belief that, oh, you're addicted to sugar, or you can never have sugar, or you totally lose control. So it makes the sugar so forbidden that once you get it, you want to eat it all, or you always have this pull to it. So this goes for number 5. And number 5 is giving up the all or nothing mentality with your food, giving up the judgment, and really eating from a place of balance and nourishment. And if you check out our channel, we have so many other videos on this, specifically the video on eating for weight loss without dieting to really support you with this. But for now, know that creating a list of do's and don'ts really just makes your mind focus more on the don'ts and makes your mind have cravings for those specific things that you're telling yourself you shouldn't have. And a really great question we have our clients ask themselves is, once they release the all or nothing mentality and move to this place of present moment decisions and really honoring their body, a question that we give them is, knowing that I can have this food in any amount at any time, do I want it right now? And this beautiful thing happens to your brain and body when it knows that it's going to be fed, is you stop craving those things, and over time you'll have less and less of a pull to all those foods that you used to label as forbidden. Step 6 is to drink enough water. As simple as this might sound, so many cravings are caused by dehydration. And no, this doesn't mean when you have true hunger, please eat. Don't do the whole like chug a glass of water and see if the hunger goes away thing. If you have hunger, eat your food. In general though, as a proactive approach to decreasing cravings, drink some water. Make sure your body's getting enough water. It's very different for everyone, so I don't want to give a specific amount right now because everyone's different, but just know that most people are chronically dehydrated, and when you are dehydrated, you're going to feel signals from your body that tell you to get more, and that more feeling might not always feel like water, even though that's what you need. So really make sure you're getting your water in right when you wake up in the morning, throughout the day, and then later in the day too. Speaking of later in the day, step number 7 is getting adequate sleep. 8 hours minimum, 10 hours as much as you can. I think 8 to 10 is kind of a magic spot for most people. Really listen to your body. And a lot of people say, oh, I do so well on 6 hours of sleep, but then they're chugging coffee all day long to get through the day. 6 hours of sleep typically does not cut it for the average person. And when you are suffering with sleep, your body is going to scream at you for new resources, scream at you specifically for carbohydrates and oftentimes fat, because it really needs fuel. So a lot of people get sugar cravings when they're overtired. A lot of people get nighttime cravings, or that afternoon like 3 p.m. energy slump craving when they're overtired. So you want to make sure that you are getting enough sleep to keep those cravings at bay. Eat nutritionally dense foods. So this does not mean that you have to restrict or eliminate all foods that aren't nutritionally dense. In fact, having some freedom and ease and a little bit of balance in your life is going to actually decrease your cravings overall. What I am saying is that you want to eat foods that leave your body feeling amazing. Foods that are packed with nutrients, typically foods that are plants that come from the earth. So greens, vegetables, fruits. this never goes away. Your body always needs nutrients, and when you're low on nutrients, it's going to crave more. So you want to really make sure you add foods in, so no restriction like I mentioned, add foods in that leave you feeling alive, that take care of your body's nutritional needs. And if you do have sugar cravings a lot, this is a really good time to satisfy that sweet tooth in nourishing ways, right? So pick different fruits that you really love. Pick different things that taste really delicious, that come from the earth, that are going to satisfy your body's needs and also satisfy your cravings and desires for sweets and a variety of different tastes. Number 9, live more. Fill your life up with things that make you feel alive, that bring you peace, that bring you joy, things that quiet your soul and leave you feeling connected to yourself. So this could be slow rest, mindfulness, meditation, journaling, relaxing, reading, anything, taking a bath, anything that leaves you feeling nice and relaxed, right? Something that helps you disconnect. This could also mean losing yourself in an activity that you love. This could mean, finding something that you're really passionate about. A lot of times with people, I see that they reach for food in times of boredom, when they're feeling a little empty inside, when they're feeling like they need to kill the time. It's really important to remember to have some of these ideas built up before you're in the moment though. When you're in the moment and you're feeling bored and food has been your go-to for a really long time, that's going to be the easiest go-to in the moment. And most likely your decision-making ability and things like that are already kind of pointing towards the food. So you want to be proactive here. And you could do this right now. Come up with a few things that leave you feeling, one hand, alive, inspired, good, content, life filled up, whatever that might be. And then come up with some things that you do maybe at night or maybe in those moments of boredom when you go reach for food, and you can have a list of easy go-tos in those moments when a craving comes up. Number 10, you may notice a connection to all of these, and a lot of them have to do with letting go of the control and really nourishing, honoring, taking care of, and staying connected to your body. So number 10 is just that, staying connected to you, yourself, and your body. Your body has cues that it gives you all the time. Your body's constantly telling you what it needs. If your body has an energy slump every day around the same time, that is not the cue to go get more caffeine. That's the cue to look at what you're doing mentally, emotionally, physically with your food, all of it, and make sure that your body's getting what it needs. Your body's constantly giving you messages, and the messages aren't here to be forced through and willpowered and white-knuckled when your body's screaming at you for something. The messages are here for you to listen to and learn to connect with over time in a healthier way that's more supportive for your well-being. And I know this stuff can get a little tricky, especially if you've been overeating, binge eating, nighttime eating, any of that. So what I did is I made a training for you. I put it in the link just below this video. It's in the description. Click that link. That's going to take you to a training that will help you end your struggle and your fight with food. And if you liked this video, we are making videos every week, so be sure to subscribe to the channel, click like, and let me know what you think in the comments.